All right, CUTER says they're ready. Waiting on 07. 07 said they're ready. So why don't we go on, guys? We'll see you on the Sea of Fortune.
Somewhere between the shores of France and England, this critical battlefield is the stage for a clash of enemy fleets. This idyllic setting will soon be shattered by the thunder of guns and flash of explosions, as only one fleet can be victorious. This is Sea of Fortune. Sea of Fortune is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the extreme left, B is in the center, and C is on the far right. The A cap is surrounded by islands, but offers virtually no cover within the cap itself. The aforementioned islands provide plenty of places for friendly radar cruisers to conceal themselves, making aggressive destroyer plays into the cap early in the game very risky and frequently suicidal. A narrow passage past the picturesque castle links Cap A and Cap B in the center. There are only 4 ways in and out of the B cap, 1 in each cardinal direction, and no cover inside. The islands near the cap are commonly used as shelter by defending cruisers, who find themselves in turn the primary targets of enemy battleships. Cap C is possibly the easiest cap for destroyers to contest, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous. Wide open to the north and south with a connecting passage to Cap B to the west, ships caught on the cap by enemy radar have nowhere to hide and must vacate the cap or be destroyed. Control of Sea of Fortune can swing very quickly because of how close the capture points are to one another, and the narrow gap between A and B makes defending one cap from the other almost trivial. Teams that allow the action to shift from a north-south axis to an east-west one may find they have an uphill battle to climb. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Sea of Fortune.
Buckle up indeed, Worshippers. We have a change now. We're no longer on the Iron Curtain. We've got Congo Pride back in the Daring, possibly to be executed for failure.
For treason. Yep, more than likely.
But interestingly enough, Iris also dropping Kremlin in favor of Yamato.
That is a bit of a surprise. Like, both teams have been running double Kremlin, but Iris deciding, no, he's had enough of that garbage. We're busting out the big Japanese battleship here as we head to Sea of Fortune. Now, 07, no real change here. Summer's Daring. Oh, no, they've dropped the Shimakaze for the Daring.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that is a change.
So they must be saying we absolutely have to win that cap fight.
Well, and I think that's what we're going to see here, right? They're sending the Summers as wide, as you would expect. Dragon is doing what he's done basically every game. He's headed straight for the cap in the middle of the board, and he will be on to B literally in probably the next 10 to 12 seconds as he kind of gets oriented here to reverse into the cap.
Yep.
And I don't see a CUTER ship on the board in radar range able to do anything about it. They only have the Moskva and the Stalingrad this time, going for triple Smolensk. So they're really relying on their destroyers to spot the enemy destroyers if they want to flex those Smolensk shells and against 07's destroyer lineup.
Absolutely. And as our producer Fem pointed out, this is quite the daring choice.
Wow, 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 wow. We need a sad trombone emote. We have to work on that. Well, Dragon looked like he was going to back onto the cap. Okay, he was just changing his alignment. I was like, he started reverse and then he quit and then he went forward again. I didn't really know what he was doing there, but
now look at this as Eye of Brain Delay is backing in the Grozovoy. Convenient gap right where he's backing up.
Yep. Well, I mean, you know, that's a torpedo salvo from the Summers. His counterpart down south of the cap that he just took those torpedo shots. Like, well, why not, right?
That was
what you
double narrow, 1 wide torpedo spread.
Yep. Ashen Wolf is having to kind of dodge some Grozovoy torps here, but he's got a nice sized gap there. No concerns.
373 coming under some fire early.
Well, and we see that. Wow, Potato. Did Potato take a torpedo? Yeah, Potato's at half health already. That's a really, really bad break for 07. They can't afford to give up health on these destroyers. They proved that last game. It looks as if CUTER is going to bag C very quickly. Dragon really taking his time getting into B. He's just now about to step onto the cap. I kind of wonder what the delay was. He was kind of in a position to do this a long time ago, and he's still not quite there. They do succeed in driving Brain Delay off the cap.
I think for one, it takes a little bit longer, I think, for British destroyers to reverse, slow down and reverse. And two, I think you want to be a little bit more careful. Knowing where M373 was, there's the radar that was triggered by him getting on the cap. So I think he was trying to wait a little bit until it was safe to trigger that radar and nobody else was going to come under fire as a result. You note the Ashen Wolf is also left radar range.
Ah, yes, I see Ashen now. Ashen's getting kind of hammered, though.
Yeah.
Smolensk gunning for him. That's never a pleasant feeling in a destroyer. We had lost. They had lost sight of M3. They didn't know where M3 had set up. It's a bunch of Summers torpedoes going into that smoke where Brain Delay is. But again, he's found a beautiful gap. He's good to go.
Yep. Yep.
As they continue to fire at Ashen Wolf, even though they no longer have eyes on him.
I mean, might as well.
5 minutes gone, despite their destroyer advantage. Nobody has a cap. 07 got nothing. CUTER got nothing. 07's destroyers have taken more damage, though. Potato taking an early torpedo, and Ashen Wolf taking some early shell damage. Now let's have a check on the Daring. Once again, Dragon still chilling around the bottom of the B cap. Looks like he's slowly creeping back in there.
Yeah, he'll take a little bit of time to get in there, but he's got to be careful because if he goes in there too late, M373's radar will be back up again.
Well, they are focusing M3 now. M3's got a Stalingrad, that's BFK, and Williams Kremlin gunning for him. As well as, who is that? That's Dolphin Prince's Smolensk, also lobbing HE shells down on top of him as well. So he's coming under a tremendous amount of hate from 07 as they try to push him off that position or just get him off the board.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense, right? Because he is the counter to capping B. And also the counter to capping C.
Radar brain delay once again, but it's not going to be in time to prevent him from capping. He does bag C as CUTER bags the first cap of the game. They manage a blind reset on Dragon, I think.
Wow.
He took a reset, and he's not. I don't think he's lit. He's not. They just guessed right and tagged him.
Well, when you've got Smolensk's capability of just spamming areas with shells, that's, I suppose, a viable play.
That's right. Ashen Wolf Summers once again back onto the C cap. If things remain the same, that will not be CUTER's for very long. BFK putting up a radar now and not really finding anything as M3 puts his radar up and finds both Ashen Wolf and Dragon on the bottom ends of the B and the C cap respectively.
Yep. What a difference in radar quality right there.
Very much so. Ashen playing throttle games, trying to get out of this Smolensk hell he finds himself in. Joggling his throttle, tweaking his rudder, trying to dodge as many of these 130mm shells as he can. Does mean that CUTER retains control of the C cap for the moment. Radar expires or he sails out of it, I'm not sure which, but Ashen does go dark. CUTER no longer has eyes on him. They're continuing to just dump shells in there, though.
Mm-hmm. This game is turning out to be a little bit slower paced than the
Very
previous
much so.
games, huh?
And he's once again doggedly reversing backwards, trying to get back onto that cap. 6 points separate these teams. 7 minutes gone here on Sea of Fortune. Now, it's been pretty quiet over at A, but Congo is now finally into the cap. As Beaver Hunters Des Moines is in a position to possibly radar him, but not really in a position to put shells on him. They must have Congo radared. He's lit somehow because the Kremlin was taking shots at him. And they just lost him. Ashen Wolf back onto C, determined they're not going to let him go. Now, they're doing something that I was about to suggest. It looks like they're going to rotate the Daring, that's Dragon's Daring, over to C and possibly bring Ashen Wolf back to the center of the map. That's maybe not a bad play.
Well, what's interesting is at the same time as this is happening, Eye of Brain Delay is being rotated into B cap.
Is he now?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen him in a while. 07 doesn't have any idea where he is. Of course, BFK's Stalingrad is right there. His radar might be up. It should be up again soon-ish. As 07 picks up the cap advantage here. Congo back onto A. Both teams trading very evenly. CUTER with a small health advantage. 20,000 hit points or so. Nothing really noteworthy.
Yep, Ashen Wolf is going to dodge torpedoes.
Yep. They are rotating destroyers. They're moving Ashen to the center and putting Dragon over at C. Radar going up finds Brain Delay now. They're spotting him before he gets onto the cap. But the guns are looking elsewhere. William and BFK were lined up to take shots at Congo. Those shots are going out. They ding him a little bit, but not bad. But
Yeah.
Brain delay continuing into the cap because he knows that even though he's spotted, they can't really do anything about it.
Well, and that radar's only, what,
25 seconds
25?
or so.
Yeah.
But not good enough. Moskva actually got shells downrange and did bag a reset on brain delay. Ooh, not good enough. Took a citadel there from one of the CUTER battleships in the middle of the map. Who is that? Let's have a quick peek. Ah, that's Admiral PNG's Kremlin back there.
Dolphin Princess getting out of smoke just in time for those torpedoes to miss.
07 continuing to try and work their destroyer advantage here as we approach the halfway mark of the match. They do have a lead, but it is a very, very narrow lead. Teams trading very evenly on health.
Oh, as you were saying.
Cruiser Hosho just, who was that? Which cruiser? No, Cruiser Prince Eugen just took a big hit.
Yes, from Big Ben.
I just saw it pop up on my HUD there. I was like, whoa, who was that?
Yep, we had a Smolensk slap fight going down the 10 line, and then
Indeed.
Big Bang decided just to come in and ring the bell.
Undaunted and determined, Congo's Pride's daring back onto the top end of ACAP. Now, Beaver Hunter's Des Moines is actually now in a position where he can radar him and get shells on him. They can see Beaver Hunter, and Congo's actually at a gunfight with him with that daring AP. In fact, Beaver Hunter is under a tremendous amount of hate right now.
Yes.
Shells falling on him from all different directions. He's back in the smoke. They don't see him.
Yep.
Congo taking some damage for his trouble, though.
But, you know, the Smolensk is one of those ships that's got good enough RPF. If you can get in those salvos and just keep fishing, which it looks like he's doing, he can keep going.
William takes a Grozavoy torpedo on the bow. He moves up to the very, very, very edge of the B cap, enough to drive brain delay off and just kind of prevent him from getting any brilliant ideas about getting back into that cap.
Lots of counter moves and counter moves.
Move and counter move is the name of the game here. World of Warships games like this are very much a chess match.
That's right.
Excellent play from both teams. A very, very tight game here. 9 minutes to play on Sea of Fortune, and nobody has really a clear advantage. If you want to pick an advantage out, CUTER has about a 30,000-ish point health advantage, but that can come and go in a salvo's notice.
Absolutely.
William is probably in a bit of trouble here. They're continuing to focus him down. Let's switch over to the...
They don't see him.
Okay, he's
now
gone. Yeah, I was
going
to say he'd gone dark for a minute. Oh, they can see him again now.
Yep. They can see him again now. They were switching to BFK for a bit.
Well, BFK took a decent-sized hit. BFK putting a radar up, but not finding any...
Nope.
Well, nope. Congo's out of range. He's not finding anybody.
William the Dank is coming under continued sustained fire now. He's down to 25,000 HP, trying to heal up. Dark again.
I gotta say, Zath, I feel a little bit like Dragon's daring is kind of being misused right now. Maybe maybe he's disconnected. He's sitting still in F6. He's just started his engines. I think he might have disconnected.
That's
the only thing I can think of.
That's a possibility. That's unfortunate if that's the case.
Yeah. I feel like they should have pushed him into B already. 07 owns only C. CUTER owns A and B. They are trailing by about 100 points with 7.5 minutes to play, but they're starting to close that gap, and William the Dank's Kremlin is under a tremendous amount of threat here. 15,000 HP, does finally manage to put those fires out, but shells continue to fall on him from all directions.
Notice Shroof is firing AP at the extreme long range of that Smolensk there, getting those salvos into the superstructure.
And they land another fire on William.
That's
William under 6K, he's going out. I cannot imagine a scenario, unless his heal is ready like now, I can't imagine a scenario where he lives. As CUTER is about to bag control of the sea cap.
There he goes.
7 down a battleship here. First blood going to CUTER. CUTER moves out to their first lead of the game.
Oh, look at the torps coming up though on Unlimited Cannon. Just barely dodges that one.
Unlimited.
Barely dodges this one.
He does, barely. He's trying to keep an angle to the Des Moines and not give it up, but tough. CUTER on all the caps. 07 desperately needing a big play here to make a difference. They do finally bag the Moskva. That's points they needed.
Yeah.
But they're still off all the caps, each team on a kill.
Iris is really low, too. He's going down pretty soon. He's at 15K,
Yeah.
13 now.
They've lost him. They can no longer see Iris. More shells falling in, but they can't see him.
Yep, he has disappeared. Let's go back to his view for a sec. He can't see anything to shoot either.
Now, Brain Delay is moving very aggressively kind of over on the 9 line. Like he might move through this gap over here.
Yep.
I think he's just trying to put torpedoes through that gap.
Yep.
Let's see what he does.
Well, also, the Smolensk has a pretty high smoke fire penalty, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to get into range.
Maybe he is putting torpedoes into that smoke as they're continuing to put shells downrange on Iris. 10K in healing. His heal's got to be almost up, they're just still throwing shells at the guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, the Daring, that must be the Daring back into B. Quick check.
Dragon.
It is Dragon getting back into B. They do flip the B cap. That's going to stem the bleeding as Potato 69 is into A. And they've driven Big Ben into C. Zath, that stops all of Cuter's points gains.
More
M373 is also very low.
Exactly what I was going to say. Yep, he's probably going down pretty soon here.
Burning. Looks like he's burning. He's burning, and
Oh,
more
yeah.
shells continuing to fall. There he goes. Another lead change here. 07 picking up the lead as Big Ben eats a couple of torps in the C cap. '07 now working a cap advantage with 4.5 minutes to play as
Yep.
Kremlin facing off against Yamato here. Although Iris, nobody has shots on Iris because there's an island in the way. Well, Big Ben doesn't have shots on him anyway. Big Ben taking his shot at Cruiser Prinz Eugen up north.
Wow.
And wiping him off the board. That's a huge kill for '07. '07 up 2 ships on, ticking up 1 cap right now.
That might just be the combo breaker play.
Dragon is caught out in between the B and the C cap now as PNG has pushed into the B cap, Zaf. Both teams just pulling out all the stops here with time ticking away.
Iris is going down. There he goes.
Does finally go down. 07 on a 3-ship lead now, 250 points. 3.5 minutes to play, but they could still find themselves upside down on kills very quickly, just like that. Just like that.
Just like that.
That's a huge kill for CUTER. They needed those points. A tremendous amount of torpedoes going out for Admiral PNG in the B cap now.
Oh, boy.
He's got Daring torps in his face and Summers torps off his starboard side. He's going to take a bunch of these. Took 1 from the Daring. He's going to take 2 from the Summers, maybe 3.
Just 2.
BFK on 5,600 HP, 6,000 HP basically, sitting in smoke here south of A. As there's a Kremlin in the B cap. Dragon's Daring is in C. PNG spotted now, stuck on 3,300 HP. As, who is this? Dolphin, gotta be Dolphin Princess down here. Yep, Dolphin starts to try and farm him.
Yeah, now he's...
Now he had to leave the cap. That means those points are ticking up for '07 again.
Yep. I believe that Dolphin is running maximum range. Smolensk,
Probably.
and I think double rudder as well. Very
Trying to
difficult
see
to
how
take him out.
I'm changing over to CUTER's view here to have a look at their deployment. They're about to lose control of all the caps, so we've had a complete reversal, Zaf.
Yeah.
CUTER used to own all the caps. Now they own none of the caps with 2 minutes to play.
Yep. Now look at Shroof over here in the Smolensk coming around the other side there, catching Beaver Hunter.
Ooh, they're going to get
off
Beaver,
guard.
I think. They're going to kill Beaver here.
And BFK
And
goes
BFK.
down.
2 quick kills would put CUTER back in this game just like that.
Wow.
Just like that. They narrow the gap to 70 points, but they don't own any caps, and they're upside down. They're running out of time.
They have 2 minutes. Nope, 3 minutes now that somebody got into the
No.
C-cap.
Look at the timer. Look at the game
Oh,
timer.
yeah.
They have
1
less
minute.
than 2 minutes on the clock.
Wow.
So if they don't grab a lead in the next 90 seconds, it doesn't matter. They won't win.
Everybody
Now,
trying to get not good enough down.
I say not good enough is going to die here. He's going to give up his ship. He can't, like, that's points he can't afford to give up, but it's going to happen. I can't imagine a world where he lives, and of course he doesn't.
Nope.
That does flip the lead. No, it doesn't. I apologize. That narrows the lead.
Narrows the lead. Congo now getting into A cap to stop the point gain from A. They still need a kill. CUTER still needs a kill.
Time is ticking away, Zat. They're not going to bag these caps in time. They need a kill. If they do not get a kill in 60 seconds, we're going to game 5. And they can't see anybody. They have no vision. None.
We're going to land a fire.
It looks that way, Zath. 07 looks like they may have scraped by the skin of their teeth. Actually, no, they're going to bag C in time to get some points off of it. But I don't think it's going to be enough to make up the gap.
They're also going to bag A possibly.
They are going to get A. But is it going to be enough?
Brain Delay just took a torp.
I don't think so, Zath. I don't think this is going to happen.
30 seconds.
Less than 40 points between these two teams. 30 seconds in the match.
Wow.
And I don't think CUTER can get onto B in time.
Brain Delay, I think, was trying but got forced away.
07 is completely invisible. They have no idea where these guys are, and they've basically, it seems clear that 07 is basically taking the tact of, if you can't find me, you can't kill me.
Mm-hmm.
They know that if they get spotted, the game ends. Time ticking away. 07's going to win, I think, Zath. They're going to do it.
Yeah.
They're going to win by less than 20 points to force a game 5.
Wow.
What a match.
Oh, my goodness.